just calm down and listen, because they are testing the microphone. They have started testing the microphone. Bandits, Fulani bandits have just attacked Sokoto State. Yes, just 10 minutes away from the Sokoto prison where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. This happened early in the morning today in Rabat local government, which is 10 minutes away from the prison if you are driving on a very good speed. But I want everybody to calm down, because in this kind of time, you do not panic. Do not panic. Remain formidable while I take you on this video and expose a lot of things for you. Because actually, it seems as if they are testing the microphone. They are actually testing that microphone very hard. The story says, listen very carefully, the story says here that terrorists have launched a deadly attack on Tofa community in the Rabat local government area of Sokoto State, leaving several residents dead, many others injured, and some whisked away into the bush. Residents said the attackers stormed the village in large numbers, firing sporadically, and they moved from house to house. Now, I want you to pay attention, because I did a search and I found out that that local government is very close to Sokoto State, prison itself. As you can see on your screen, you see the Google map, you observe that that over there is, the Sokoto State prison, and that is the community itself that it happened. And the distance, if you are using a bike, is about 25 to 30 minutes. But if you are using a car, if you are using a normal good car that can drive normal speed from 100, 120, 150 kilometer, that will take you 10 minutes, highest 12 minutes away from the Sokoto State prison itself. And that, of course, is a very big sign that somebody is testing the microphone. Because tell me, a big attack like that happened very close to the prison. If not that it fulfills the proverb that says that when a witch cries in the night and the child dies in the morning, something fishy is actually going on. Sometime during the day also, Aloy Ejimako and Pris0n Kanu alongside his wife touched down on Sokoto, itself, to pay Nnamdi Kanu a visit also. So that will also be a good one, because right now, even in the prison, the whole inmates, including Nnamdi Kanu, would have gotten, abreast of this particular incident, of course. And of course, they're going to give feedback to Aloy Ejimako to carry back to Abuja to brief the whole lawyers and to brief everybody on what next the action is going to take. So welcome Aloy Ejimako and the brother of Nnamdi Kanu and his wife to Sokoto. You are very welcome. Please go and be with Kanu and also discuss a lot of things as regards this appeal, which we are still waiting for good news about. Back to the attack on the Sokoto community, which is very, very close to the prison. Definitely, we know very well when this whole, sentencing was carried out, that this was a calculated attempt to give Nnamdi Kanu to the Fulani Janjaweed, to place him in their territory, to place him under close monitoring, and of course, to also find a way to also do something fishy like this, because I have not slept since he was sentenced to Sokoto State. Of course, that state is the border between Niger Republic and Nigeria. A lot of things going on in the border, a lot of cross-border terrorism, kidnapping, cross-border robbery going on in that Sokoto State. The supreme leader of the Fulani is in charge of that state. If you ask me, I'll tell you, this is a strange coincidence. This is a strange coincidence because 10 minutes away from Sokoto prison, in a prison housing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was just sent to Sokoto prison just a few days ago, and now they are almost attacking the prison. Because as far as I'm concerned, that is a test run. That's why I say, who is testing the microphone? We know that Nnamdi Kanu being sent to Sokoto prison is significant, because Sokoto is the seat of the caliphate. And of course, this was done in special requests by the caliphate. We know. But we close our mouth. We don't talk. Why? Because we are Igbos. We are not afraid of wherever we are. When you play the games you play as Nigeria and you think you are manipulating the Igbos, you are not manipulating the Igbos. We just keep quiet and we do our talking and we do our normal conversations. But whatever game you play, we are aware. 10 minutes away from Sokoto prison, housing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is too close for comfort. So talk to your terrorists and talk to your bandits. Whatever plan, whatever game you are up to, it's time to start checkmating it. It's time to start correcting it. Nnamdi Kanu is not the person. It's not the person to play such games with. I don't want to believe this is a one-off. I don't want to believe that this is normal terrorist attack. I don't want to believe that this is just a normal thing that happened in your state. I don't want to believe. I don't want to believe because nobody is going to believe it when it happens. Nobody is going to hear that. If you're going to send Nnamdi Kanu to Sokoto State, you must be sure that you're going to pick him in one piece when we want him. You say his family should not be close to him. You say his friends should not be close to him. You say the courts should not be close to him. But you want bandits and terrorists to have access to him. You want janjaweeds to have access, unfettered access to him. How can bandits have access to a prison 10 minutes away from a prison? 10 minutes. How is that possible? You claim that Kuje prison, Borno, Bauchi, Kano prison, Kaduna, and other prisons around Nasarawa are not enough for Kanu. They're not safe for Kanu. But you have a prison you put him in that terrorists are just 5 to 10 minutes away operating. What stops them from operating in that prison? What stops them from jailbreaking that prison, knowing very well that they have their own members who are locked up inside there? What stopped them from having a rogue unit that will be told to go inside there and commit fishy crimes that we're suspecting? What stops them? In Nigeria, that we all know, the most porous country security-wise, a country that's opened up their prison for ISWAP to come in and blow up in the capital of Abuja, a country that several prison breaks has been happening. Is this same country you are telling me that these terrorists cannot get Sokoto prison and commit a crime there? I am saying this clearly because the Igbos have been calm, quiet, controlled, disciplined, formidable like how they've always been anywhere. They don't cause trouble. Very peaceful people. They have been calmed since the sentencing of Nnamdi Kanu. Please, let it remain like that. Whoever is trying to test the microphone should better drop the microphone. Drop it. Drop that microphone because you don't want the noise you will get from the microphone if you speak on that microphone. Stop testing the microphone. You know, this country, Nigeria, they don't learn. They don't learn from history. Very stubborn country. Very stubborn. You think that a group of people have the power over others? Is what you think? Is what you think? That guns and bombs are the power? Please, I'm just saying this very clearly, unequivocally. The relative peace that is going on around the country, let me say relative peace, because it's not full-blown yet. The kidnappers, the terrorists operating, everything fine. They are still relative peace because they are hiding and they are doing it. Do not start a problem with a major tribe in Nigeria. Please keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu safe in that prison you have chosen for him. It is your duty to keep him safe. It is your duty to protect him. It is your duty to make sure that you provide him anytime people ask for him, because he is a prisoner and prisoners have rights to their lives. Not tomorrow you will say it was just an attack. We do not know. After all, it was terrorists that did it. It was bandits. It's not us. We don't know when it happened. It can happen to anybody. It will be complicit. Oh, You will be complicit to anything happening to Kanu. You will be complicit. Keep him man safe. If you know that Sokoto is not okay for him, send him back. Send him back to Kuje. Send him back to Anambra, Enugu, anywhere, so that he will be peacefully do his thing in peace. There are a lot of prisons in Nigeria. The white man built enough, and the black man added more prisons. So prisons is even more than schools in Nigeria. Choose the right prison and put Nnamdi Kanu. Had I known, Nigeria, a country that does not learn from its history, Nigeria should not plunge Nigeria into something else. Stubbornness.
This is why I do what I do. I am campaigning for the freedom of my people because of the persecution that we are facing. It's as simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less.
Our brother has been jailed for life. And the judge who jailed him saw before him what you are distracting me. The judge who jailed him, or Motosho, saw things before him that made him to jail him for life. Good enough. But Mr. President has the greatest opportunity now. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker. I'm not a lawmaker. I'm not a judge. I'm a lawmaker. What I am saying today, that Mr. President Mr. President today has the greatest opportunity as a very courageous person, that today I know that
point of order.
The councils to Mazi Kalu Nwankwo has not gone for appeal. We are not appealing today. We are demanding today that within the ambit of law of these 60-90 days, he has not gone to court. For Mr. President to give him a pardon and release Nnamdi Kanu to us. His name is Honorable Judge Ozodinobi. I represent the good people of Unjikoka and Ochadunukofia Federal Constituency. I'm from Anambra State. Mine is a short one. I want to speak to the sovereignty of this country, of which we have gradually lost. As a child, I can beat my chest today that I'll be one of the few here standing that saw war as a child. What is happening in Nigeria today, especially in the north? Nigeria is at war. We must call it that. We must wage what is happening in the north, confront it as we are fighting war. I want to speak, Mr. Speaker, on Nigeria as a sovereign nation. The news of the capture of this and summary execution of Brigadier General M. Uba by Aswad really broke my mind. Back to where we stopped. If terrorism can move freely, terrorists can move freely like this, what is sovereign about Nigeria? Some people were shouting Nigeria is a sovereign nation. We don't need America. We don't need anyone. But Nigeria went to Congo. Nigeria went to Liberia through ECOMOG to help them out. We need help this time. Even if it's coming from Mali, from Chad, from Burkina Faso, we need help. Our children are being molested in the north. Our girls are being molested in the north. We were refugees during Nigerian Biafran War. As a child, I know how my parents suffered to keep me alive for that 3 years. But let us tell ourselves the truth. What kind of sovereignty allows terrorists to capture and kill a whole general like a common criminal? Because if terrorists can cross our borders at will, enter our villages at will, ambush military convoys at will, take entire towns at will, and now capture a brigadier general, then what exactly are we protecting with this so-called sovereignty? Is this sovereignty when terrorists are the ones controlling forests, highways, and communities? Is this sovereignty when commanders are killed and everyone stays silent, and our children out of school? We opposed the US when they wanted to help Nigeria destroy terrorists. We shouted, don't interfere, don't touch our sovereignty. But what is left is to protect when terrorists already operate like a government inside a government, a country that cannot secure its land, is not sovereign, it is vulnerable. This is a personal opinion. A country where terrorists can humiliate military is not sovereign. It is under siege. A country that refuses international help while soldiers die is not sovereign. It is stubborn to its own destruction. If a general can fall like this, then all of us are naked. This is not time for pride. Take entire towns at will, and now capture a brigadier general. Then what exactly are we protecting with this so-called sovereignty? This is not a time for pride. This is not a time for ego. This is time to ask, what is sovereignty? What if it cannot save a single life of a Nigerian? Truly, a country of particular concern. As an opposition, I'm standing here to say that Mr. President, I've observed over time since 1999, he's a very courageous person. That's why in 1999 in Lagos, I voted for him to be a governor. And I also saw his courage when, a minute after being sworn in, he removed the oil subsidy. Though timing was wrong, I saw his courage when he brought off 4 tax bill here, we passed. We saw his courage. And also I want to encourage him to extend that his courage. Today, our brother has been jailed for life, and the judge who jailed him saw before him what you are distracting me. The judge who jailed him on Motosho saw things before him that made him to jail him for life. Good enough. But Mr. President has the greatest opportunity now. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker. I'm not a lawmaker. I'm not a judge. I'm a lawmaker. What I am saying today, that Mr. President
Leader, please.
Mr. President today has the greatest opportunity as a very courageous person, that today I know that
point of order.
The counsels to Nnamdi Kanu has not gone for appeal. We are not appealing today. We are demanding today that within the ambit of law of these 60-90 days, he has not gone
point
to
of
court.
order.
For Mr. President to give him a pardon and release Nnamdi Kanu to us. I raise my case.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, can we call Jaji to take the floor?
Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu.